The storm desk. Read the storm, book the roofs. You want the bigger jobs. So you build a portfolio, and you fill it with the worst-looking roofs you've ever shot. Caved-in decking. Hail craters. A wall of carnage. And it books nothing, because a careful homeowner doesn't see proof. They see a sales pitch. By the end of this, you'll know how to build a storm-damaged portfolio in 5 steps that wins the bigger jobs. The kind that proves how you work, not how bad the damage looked. The drama wall impresses for 2 seconds. The documented job closes. Start with what the portfolio actually is. It's proof of process, not proof of drama. After a big hail or wind event, a neighborhood gets flooded with knockers. Some are real. Some are storm chasers who subcontract the work and vanish by winter. Homeowners know this. The National Roofing Contractors Association and the insurance commissioners coach them to slow down, verify the contractor, and be wary of the high-pressure pitch. Your portfolio is your answer. Documented work, not adjectives. Step 1. Decide what the portfolio must prove before you shoot a single photo. A strong storm portfolio proves 5 things, and only these 5. You respond safely. You document what you observe. You separate facts from coverage opinions. You complete the work cleanly. And you keep records anyone can pull. Notice what's not on that list. That every roof was totaled. That every carrier paid. Those claims create risk and, oddly, persuade less than clean records do. Write the purpose down. A page of intent saves you a hard drive full of useless photos. Step 2. Capture damage safely, and the same way every time. Safety decides access before anyone climbs. Federal OSHA generally requires fall protection at 6 feet or more for residential roofing. As of July 1st, 2025, California dropped its trigger from 15 feet to that same 6. So run a hazard check before the ladder goes up. Power lines, standing water, leaning limbs, a sagging deck, the footing. Then decide. Walk it, drone only, ground only, or postpone. Documented from the ground because the deck was unstable beats a hero shot where nobody should have been standing. Consistency is the whole game. Shoot the same set every job so any 2 roofs are comparable. 4 elevations to orient every later photo. Roof plane context per slope so a close-up has a home. Then the close-ups of what you actually see. And the test square, a 10-foot by 10-foot area on each slope where you chalk and count hail, impacts the way an adjuster recognizes. Internacci and Hogg both publish that 100-square-foot method, away from spots shielded by branches. Use your phone's native camera so the timestamp rides in the file. You're recording what you observe, not a verdict on coverage. Step 3. Turn every job into a standard record at the file level, not the marketing level. One structure, filled as the job moves, never from memory afterward. Dates on site. Location kept privacy safe, the cross streets, not the full address. Storm context with the event date. Estimated roof age range, and its source. The customer's concern in their own words. What you did not inspect, and why. Observed conditions in neutral language. Then scope, authorization, closeout. If the record is good, the marketing version is easy. If it's thin, no caption can save it. Label like a professional, not a salesman. The difference between a credible file and a sketchy one is often just the words. Totally destroyed storm roof becomes north slope, missing shingle tabs, and creasing after a wind event. Insurance had to pay becomes damage documented and scope provided. Coverage determined by the carrier. The neutral version survives a homeowner's skepticism and an advertising standard. This roof was handled correctly is a stronger sale than this roof was a disaster. Anyway, step 4. Promote only the cleanest records in the public case examples. Most jobs won't earn it, and that's correct. You're selecting a few excellent files, not posting everything. A promotable case has all of these. Clear before and after photos of the same roof. A problem stated in neutral language. A written scope. Signed permission for that specific use. And a process point worth showing. Write every example to one neutral template, so they read as a body of work, not a grab bag. 5 documented jobs beat 50 loose photos. Every time. Here's the line, and it is not subtle. Stay out of the carrier conversation. Don't organize the portfolio by insurer. Don't compare payouts, rate adjusters, or quote approval rates. None of that is your lane. Insurance tried to deny this, but we got them a free roof, exposes private claim details, and invites the carrier into a fight. You document conditions and write an estimate. The insurer decides coverage. The homeowner owns the claim and the deductible. The day you start negotiating coverage, you're an unlicensed public adjuster. Document. Don't diagnose. Step 5. Run every example through a truth, privacy, and usefulness review before anyone outside sees it. Truth. Every claim must trace to the file. The Federal Trade Commission requires that advertising be truthful and substantiated, and its endorsement guides warn against showing an atypical result as typical. If you can't back the wording, change the wording, not the file. Privacy. Run your never publish list. Claim numbers, addresses, plates, faces, signatures, all stripped. Usefulness. If it only makes the company sound dramatic, it fails, even if it's true. Score every candidate before it goes public, 1 point each. Privacy clearance on file. A clear before photo. A clear after of the same roof. A documented access decision. A signed authorization. A scope that matches the photos. A closeout record. A useful lesson. The rule. No privacy clearance. No before and after. No caption the file supports. No publish. And flag the sensitive ones. An active dispute, an injury, or a payment fight goes to a manager first. Over a season, that scorecard exposes your process gaps. If lots of jobs lack closeout photos, you have a closeout problem, not a portfolio problem. Now wire it into the workflow, because a portfolio you assemble at year-end from scattered photos is always thin. Capture it as a byproduct of the job. Intake, the storm context and customer concern. Inspection, the standard photo set and safety decision. Sign, the scope and authorization. Closeout, the final photos and warranty handoff. Then split the roles, so no one person both writes the risky caption and approves it. Field lead shoots. The manager checks privacy. The owner signs off on high-risk wording. Ownership prevents drift. And here's the payoff most contractors miss. The same discipline that makes a portfolio credible makes your outbound sharper. Every storm job is now a structured record, with the storm date, the roof age range, the location, and the outcome. So you stop guessing which streets to work next season, which neighborhoods produced real work, which roofs you walked but didn't sell are another year older and worth a follow-up. Your portfolio and your job list become two views of the same data. That's found money in your own files for zero ad spend. Here's where RoofPredict fits and where it doesn't. It pairs an estimated roof age range with storm physics modeled per individual home, flagging which roofs are likely due instead of just where a storm passed. Used alongside your portfolio, it sharpens the outbound you already do. Skip the brand new roofs. Focus mailers and knocks on homes a storm likely wore out. Re-engage the cold estimates in your old records. It does not inspect the roof, diagnose damage, or decide coverage. Roof age is a planning range, not an exact date. The list picks the houses. Your crew does the proving. Close the loop. 5 steps. Decide what it must prove. Capture safely in the same way every time. Build a standard record at the file level. Promote only the cleanest into neutral public examples. Review for truth, privacy, and usefulness before anyone outside sees it. Keep 2 versions, a rich internal one that teaches and a narrow public one that protects. Stay out of the carrier conversation. You document, the insurer decides coverage, the homeowner owns the claim. The drama wall makes you look like every chaser on the street. The documented portfolio wins the bigger job.